I have an idea, and then I wake up and I have a voice note, and then I listen the next morning. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Hey, what's up? It's Alyxx. And you're listening to the Chronicles of Podcast with Tom and Jamie.
Ladies and gentlemen, theys and them, this week we bring you another incredible artist we think your ears, quite frankly, need to hear. This week's guest music makes you feel alive, and I mean that with complete sincerity. She will rise through the charts with her new single, The Great Unknown, available now. So please welcome a fellow creature of the night as we bring you the Chronicles of Alyxx.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Love
Thank you so
that.
much.
Thank you.
Absolutely lovely to have you here. Pleasure. Like I was saying before we started, it's yeah, we really appreciate being here. It's lovely to get you on the show finally. It's one of those things where I've had your email saved for like 2 years, and I started going back through and was like, oh shit, I never got around to that. So I just started bombarding a lot of people, and so yeah, it's wonderful to have you here. But before we literally dive in to the deliciously part, how's your personal Wednesday been treating you?
Not bad. I worked my day job, so that was fun. And yeah, and now I'm just kind of chilling for the rest of the day. How about you?
Like it.
Perfect. Oh, sorry, no one ever asked. Pretty much the same thing. I had a girl have a seizure on me earlier, bless her. So that was pretty horrific. But she's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. She was like, I don't feel very well. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'll just sit. I work in optics, and I was like, I'll sit with you. It'll be okay. And then she went, no, I'm going. I was like, what? Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
At least she gave you a warning, I guess.
True. Just try to move everything out of the way as much as possible, as quickly as possible.
Shit. What do you do?
As in what I work. I'm a trainee.
No. Like, what do you do when that happens? You just like
You just move everything out of the way. Just let it happen. There's nothing you can do. You just got to let them ride it out. Yeah.
Terrifying.
It was, yeah, bless her heart. But she's fine. She's absolutely fine. She came and apologized after. Like, what for? Why? Yeah, how dare you? How dare you start? You know.
It's all your fault.
Yeah. Probably just ruined my day by jumping on the floor. Unbelievable.
My day seems really uneventful now. I've painted a bathroom and that's about it.
Oh,
It's productive.
Did a bit of decorating. That's about it. So, Alyxx, how we like to start these things is take them right back to the beginning. Young little Miss Alyxx, you could say. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Has it always been music for you or something completely different?
I always wanted to do theater, and I wanted to be a ballerina. So I did that for a hot minute. I was a ballerina until I was like 13, and then I realized I don't have the heart to do this for the rest of my life. And then I did theater up until like 8 years ago.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's quite a contrast to go from dancing to then putting it all together, I guess, in theatre to now obviously doing music. But why did you stop? Just realise that you just didn't really want to do it anymore? Or was it literally the dancing teachers must be crazy making you get on your tiptoes all the time?
No, it's more so I wanted to do more. Like I wanted to sing and I wanted to perform, and theater is kind of a little bit of all that plus acting, and I've been doing that professionally since I was 11 years old, so I was already kind of doing it at the same time, and then I had to make a decision of what I wanted to focus on more. And then I did theater for most of my life, so I don't know, one day I was like, I'm bored, I've done this enough, let's try something new. And then now I'm in a metal band, so go figure.
Love it though.
Imagine being so talented you could do one thing and then go, I'm bored of being talented at that. I'm going to go be talented at something else now.
Hey, I didn't say I was good at it. I just said I did it. I'm just kidding.
We can say you're good at the music. We haven't seen the other bit, so the jury's out there on that one.
No, I did get no.
But obviously you're saying you're from a metal band now. So where did that love of alternative music come from? Were your parents listening to this sort of music or outside influence?
My dad definitely listens to everything. I mean, even like like not recently, but semi-recently, my dad's the one who introduced me to bands like Ginger and Ghost and Baby Metal and
Nice.
Within Temptation. But I grew up listening to, rock, hard rock, metal. And that's just, I mean, I've kind of listened to everything, but that just always connected with me. Even when I was like 11, doing like shows and all the girls in the dressing room were listening to like Britney Spears and the Backstreet Boys, which I still love the Backstreet Boys. But I was blasting like Linkin Park and like Korn. So,
Nice. I can imagine the fans
You
of
can't go wrong with
Britney.
Backstreet Boys.
No, no, no.
yeah,
Nah,
I love
or
that.
NSYNC. You cannot go wrong with either of those bands.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I could only imagine the reaction to the people listening to Britney when you start playing Korn, though. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like when I had friends over, I was like, "Oh, listen to music." I listen to like 3D's Grace, Breaking Benjamin stuff, and they're like, pop songs. And I'm like, okay. And like I was kind of forced to listen to them also, just from like being a dancer, and like that's the stuff we like danced to and like warmed up to. So like when I would hear a song, I'm like, oh, I think of the choreography. But yeah, that's definitely not my go-to genre.
I love the idea and the concept of Britney and Korn like going off against each other. That's it. So like, hit me, baby, one more. You know what I mean? It's just phenomenal.
100%.
Incredible.
that's a mashup I need to hear now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I'm sure someone's done it.
More than likely. So, who were the bands that inspired you to get into this, especially as like a vocalist?
Yeah, I mean, definitely Amy Lee, because like I said, I listened to a lot of rock and metal and stuff growing up, and there weren't a ton of female-fronted bands, and like I never, and I still don't really have like a raspy rock voice like Lizzie Hale. Like to me, Joan Jett, like that's to me rock, or what I had associated with for so long. And then Amy Lee came out here, and she has this beautiful melodic tone, and at around that time when like Fallen and that whole album came out, my dad was like, you should listen to like Within Temptation and Nightwish and there's all these other bands, and I'm like, the fuck. So he introduced me to those. So this man knows everything about everything. It's insane. So, yeah.
That's absolutely incredible. When I listened to you, I was like, I'm definitely hearing like Within Temptation inspiration from this. That makes complete sense.
Yeah.
But
Thanks.
obviously, on your going back to your theatre and stuff like that, on your bio on your website, I was looking through it. It says like had a burning desire to break free from tradition and explore the electrifying realm of rock, which is the greatest way of wording it I've ever seen. But what brought that desire on? Did something happen, or was it just like an epiphany moment? Like what
No,
was
well,
it?
it's funny. So I spent my whole life training in theater. So my brain was like, this is what I trained for. This is what I'm gonna do. And I did a show. It sounds terrible. I did a show called Oliver at Westchester Broadway Theater in New York, and it was the cast was great. Everything was. I hate the show Oliver. It was horrible, and the entire time I was doing it, I was like, I don't want to be here. Like I don't care that I'm getting paid. I don't want to do it. So I started auditioning for things that I just found interesting, like Rock of Ages or the show Flashdance, which is all an '80s jukebox musical. Then I'm like, I'm literally just picking the rock musicals. That's all I'm auditioning for. And I almost booked a few of them, actually. I got to like the finals for the Norwegian cruise for Rock of Ages for the lead. Almost booked the national tour for Flashdance and Rock of Ages. And then randomly auditioned for a girl group, and I got that. And I was like, maybe I'll try this instead, which I did for like a year. That was a whole other story.
But you say Oliver. I don't know anything about Oliver apart from literally Oliver, Oliver. So that's all that goes in my head when I hear the name Oliver.
All you need to know. And now you know why I didn't want to do it. But it gets to a
You
point,
look
it's like,
very
it's a
confused,
job,
Tom.
you're getting paid, but oh God, it was horrible.
Yeah, no, it's fair. You've got to give the girl band story now, though.
Yeah,
led
100%.
into it then.
That's what
I just said that and just ignored it. No, so it's a funny story about that real quick. So it was like, it's called audition season, basically. So January, February, March, that's when like all of the casting agencies and people for like the summer stocks and all this stuff are all casting. Same kind of thing. It's called like pilot season for like LA for TV shows. And there was a thing asking about a girl group, and I didn't know if it was legit, so I gave it to my friend. I was like, you just submit us for this and then we'll find out. And one of the days we were going through like different studios for auditions, and we went to this one, and I didn't even know what we were auditioning for, which happened very often. I would just walk into a room and they're like, we need like this type of song, and I'm like, okay, and I would just audition, and it's very chaotic. But I ended up booking it, And I also totally forgot that she was like, oh, this is the girl group. And I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, okay, cool. So I booked it. And it was a very good learning experience, but nothing happened from it. And we put out like 2 songs and that was it. And it completely fell apart because it's hard to work with people, I guess. But I definitely learned important things like how to engineer a session, and I made some good connections through it. So things worked out, but it's very weird because it was like a R&B pop group. I know.
Okay.
I was trying new things.
And we don't blame you for it. Okay, it's always good, to dip your toe every now and again elsewhere just to see what the water's like.
Exactly. I didn't even know what was happening. I was just like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's just say yes to things. But yeah. So I learned I didn't want to do that. So.
Very quickly, I imagine as well.
Yeah.
I love the. Oh.
Go on.
I was going to say, again, imagine being so talented. Oh, just walked into an audition, didn't know what it was, nailed it, got the part, whatever.
Okay, that doesn't happen that often. But it can happen, yeah.
Just the stories I tell.
Where did you realise, and I'm guessing it may be self-taught, with your set of your pipes, your lungs that you have on you is unreal. Never heard anything quite like it. Like, when did you realise that you had a set of lungs on you like that?
I started taking voice lessons when I was 6, and
Wow.
my parents knew I could sing, so I started doing theater, and I started dancing when I was 2, literally. Because I have a late birthday. My birthday's in November, so I started when I was 2 because I wanted to start the same year as everybody else in my grade. So I ended up turning 3 that year, but technically I was 2, and I started acting and singing when I was 6. But my mom sang, so they knew that I could sing, and she was like, might as well make sure she's doing it correctly. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I watched your cover of Never Enough from The Greatest Showman on your YouTube channel when you were blonde. I mean, that blew my mind straight away. But
well, it was supposed to be silver, and then it just kept changing and like fading terribly. So everyone's like, I missed the silver. I'm like, yeah, that lasted for like a week, and then it turned into the blonde. So, like, it's gone.
But beautiful cover. I watched it back a few times because I found myself like almost like drifting off, like daydreaming, because I was just like lost in this like ethereal type of like, I don't know, it was lush. But yeah, and then I think in one video you had lilac in your hair as well.
Yes, that was me trying to get rid of the blonde.
Okay, so
I'm not a hairdresser. I'm a makeup artist. Hair baffles me, so that was my attempt of trying to make it look better.
Okay, that's because obviously now you don the green and the purple, and obviously that's not like you. That's not your statement. That's your like iconic kind of. Well, that's who you are. Where did the green and purple idea come, or was it because you were trying to get rid of the blonde, and here we are?
Kind of, actually. So I was already that lilac color, and then I saw a picture of some girl that had like purple and like a blue. And I was like, well, purple and green are contrasting colors, so let me just do that. And then one day in like 2019, I did that on my birthday. Then I went to dinner at a fancy restaurant with my family. Walked in, and they're like, okay. And then it just kept getting darker and darker because I was getting more comfortable with like doing my own hair and mixing the colors together. So it was very like pastel-y when I first did it because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
It just happened.
You'll notice that happens a lot in my life. I have some ideas and then things just happen. But yeah, I didn't mean this to like be a brand. I just like even like the silly things like using the purple and green hearts that I use now on like my posts and stuff. I didn't start that. Someone else started doing it, and then people just started doing it on my posts, and I was like, I like this. I'm gonna steal this. So then it just became a thing. And now I can never dye my hair again, so it's fine.
Oh, what's her name? Is it Ash Costello for New Year's Day? I sort of feel like that with her. I'm like, you can never dye your hair. That's your look. You can't get rid of it.
At one
Has
point.
she? Oh,
She dyed it all black at one point. I was like, this is weird. But
yeah, no, can't be doing that.
no.
But obviously, I'm intrigued now with your solo career. Like, how did you find your sound? Because if you go back to your first single, Taking Over, it's quite poppy. and now it's very far away from that. So how did you find the sound you're playing now?
Well, the first song, Taking Over, the girl group was falling apart, and I was also getting slightly frustrated because it was taking forever to do very simple things. And I wrote that song because I was very frustrated at the fact that things weren't getting done, and I didn't even want to do it anymore. So I wrote the song basically being like, I'm just going to do my own shit, essentially. And so I wrote it real quick, but I was still in like that pop kind of world, that's kind of where I was. I was like trying to like transfer over. And again, I don't play guitar. So everything I write's on piano, and sometimes like it's harder to translate that directly from piano. I didn't really know what I was doing. But yeah, so that was taking over. And then as things have moved on, the people that I work with are very, like my drummer is like such a metalhead, and same with my guitarist. Like it's just everything now is using like their influences and not just me. So I usually like come into the studio most of the time like with either a chorus done or whatnot, like Creature of the Night. I programmed the entire thing with like MIDI guitars and drums and things, and then they just added their flair to it. And they're being more of like metal drummers and guitarists, they made it sound a lot heavier than anything I could have done. So the people I work with definitely influence that.
That's really cool. Weirdly, I love it when a guest segues to my next question without even knowing it. Because my next question is literally, you can't do what you're doing without your wonderful band. Like, how did you meet the guys in your band?
Yeah. So talking about the girl group, I met someone who used to play bass for me through the girl group, and then introduced me to Zaki, who is my drummer. So I've been working with him since the beginning of all this, pretty much, except Taking Over, but the EP. The old one that doesn't exist anymore. But so I've worked on this since like 2018. And then Brandon plays guitar, and he joined in 2021. And he's friends with Zaki. And then my bass player now, Chris, is best friends with Zaki. So they all know each other, which works out really well. But yeah, and everyone's just kind of been joining in, and I have a new guitarist now. His name is Alyxx. We call him Lunchbox. He is joining now. So our first show, it's this what is it? It's his old screen name. But so he's joining our show next Thursday, actually. So our first show together.
That's awesome. Are they involved in the writing process, or is it just all you turning up with and saying, play it?
Some of the stuff is mostly me being like, this is the song, add real instruments to it. But this last song, I had the chorus done because it was like, instead of me sitting there trying to MIDI stuff, I'm just going to sit there with them and explain it and play it on piano of what like I have in my head. And of course they like have their own creativity, and they can take what I had in mind and make it way better. So especially for the New Unknown, I came in with the chorus, melody, everything, the piano, which turned into all of the strings and synth and orchestra stuff. So I came in with that. And then I was like, well, this is how the melody for the verse is going to go. And I was explaining how I wanted it. But for that song, the producer, Miami, did an incredible arrangement for the intro and made it a lot more cinematic than it originally was. It was more of like this kind of EDM beat that we had. And he was like, do you trust me? I was like, depends. So he created this like cinematic thing. But it's funny because the way he was playing it is how I play, I write. So it worked out really well, and the song, I think, just kind of took off from there.
That's awesome. It's like, yes, I do trust you now. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, like, do whatever you want. So hopefully I'll work with them again. So,
did the girl group thing make you want to become a solo artist? Just from working with people, like, I'd rather just do this by myself.
100%. It's so funny because I have a lot of friends now that are now doing their own solo things because, it's hard to deal with other people a lot. Everyone has egos and their own opinions and stuff. And I was just like, I don't want to deal with that. So
yeah.
One time took me a year, and I'm like, I'm good. And yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not like lead singer syndrome, but I have ideas, and I'd rather them get done in a timely manner than having to wait.
That's fair, and you don't have to run things by people. You can just go, this is my song, this is how it's written, this is how I want it, here we go, and people go, okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously people have concerns and stuff, like Creature of the Night, for example. That guitar part that happens after the bridge, after the Oz, wasn't originally there. Brandon was like, I have an idea. I was like, cool, sounded great, kept it. And my song Serenity, that is no longer on streaming platforms, but it's on YouTube. He was like, I have an idea for a solo. And I was like, cool, let's add it. Like, you know, I'm not going to say no if it sounds good, but
Well,
yeah.
That's all. You're not the first person we spoke to as a soloist has said this. They've been like, I've been in bands. The other people are lazy. They don't pull their weight. They drive me mad. I'm going solo. And it makes complete sense, to be fair.
Yeah. And there's so many bands now that even like, they're not technically solo bands. They're like real projects, but the lead singer is like the only original member because everyone has like come and gone. You know?
Yeah. So when it comes to songwriting then, do you start with lyrics? Is it melody? Is it I want to write this sort of song? Like how does the process start for you?
It depends. Like the song Alive, I wrote that in like maybe 3.5 hours in terms of like fully composing the song, programming everything, full cohesive sound. I came up with the lyrics and melody and everything after that, but the song just kind of like came out and I was like, oh, this, and it just flew out of me. And then I was like, oh yeah, I got to think of lyrics. So that was, that one was an afterthought. This song, the new one, The New Unknown, I came up with the chorus first. Well, actually, that's a lie. No, I came up with the piano part first. I did, but the chorus.
I can't believe you just lied to us like that.
No,
Unbelievable.
right?
I know. It
All
live in
the
an interview as well.
He's doing so good.
The mask is slipping, shit. But lyrically for you then, is everything quite personal to you, or do you do more some sort of story-based stuff as well, or is it a mixture, or how do you approach it?
I think it really depends on the song. I do sometimes write from my friends' perspectives of things. You know, I'm usually the friend that people vent to, so I hear their problems and I'm like, how can I make it just to a song? I usually will ask them, like the song End of Me, I wrote that about my friend's experience, and I flat out texted him some of the lyrics. I'm like, how does this sound? And he was like, fuck, that hits home. And I'm like, good to know. But like this last song, The New Unknown, that's very personal. That's about me and my life changing very quickly in a short period of time and being like, oh shit, now what? And no time to really process what was happening. So yeah.
It's almost like a way of therapy, though, isn't it? To get those things out. I know, obviously, especially when you play them live and stuff, I imagine that's just like therapy to blast it out at everybody.
Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely, it's cool because, like, it's nice when people are singing back the lyrics, too, which has been happening a lot more. And then people are just, like, letting me know that they can relate to my lyrics because, I mean, obviously I want people to relate to things, but that is not the first thought when I'm writing. I'm like, okay, well, this has to come out somehow. So like you said, it is very therapeutic. And then if people can relate to it, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you have those moments where you're like, I don't know, in an inappropriate situation and a melody comes into your head and you're like, I need to get this down. I need to record this. What's the point? Have you ever had those moments?
Yeah, it's usually like I'm trying to sleep and then I'm like, I have an idea. And then I wake up and I have a voice note and then I listen the next morning. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Hit me, baby, one more time. Bamba bibba.
Literally, I was like, oh, damn, it was so good in my head.
I can imagine it's probably like,
Kind
yeah.
of. It's like, and I'm like, what?
I'm a reggae artist now.
Oh, okay. And then sometimes I'm just like, maybe it'll come back to me if I keep listening to it. Other times I'm like, I'm just going to delete this because I don't want to hear that
again. Phenomenal.
It's where you find out that was the song that like broke the world. It was like the number one hit in the world.
Fuck. Ugh, getting back to sleep. Hope for the best.
I'm just intrigued. Like, what do you do for like inspiration if you hear like? I don't think writer's block is the right word, but when you're struggling, like I want to get this, but I can't quite find the right words. Do you do something to sort of reset, or is it just walk away and come back another time?
Oh yeah, no, I do something completely unrelated. I'll like just try to get my mind completely not thinking about it because that usually happens. You know when like you're trying to remember something and you can't think about it, and then like 2 hours later you just yell it out because you remember because you're not focusing on it. Same concept.
I just got the idea of you washing up and I'm like, da 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 da. I'm like, aha!
You're like, Aftershock. That was the name of the festival. I forgot, which did happen actually a few weeks ago.
What?
No, I was going through all the festivals with my friend, and then we couldn't remember one of them. And I was like, I'm not looking it up. Like, I don't want to look it up. I'm just gonna make my brain work. And then like 2 hours later, I just yelled it. It's like I remembered.
I love
In
the
the right,
human brain.
in the right context, I hope. That's kind of a word that you totally don't want to belt out, just, but there we are.
I don't think it was solid context. I think
No,
I was like, I remember, and I think that's what I said.
You said I remember, not just Aftershock.
No, I think that's what I said, and then I was like, oh yeah, that was it.
But obviously, we've mentioned it a few times. Your brand new single, "The New Unknown," came out on last Friday. How has it been received so far?
So far, so well. I got on some playlists, which is exciting.
Love that.
Yeah, and then I have a music video coming out on Friday.
Oh, very
I
exciting.
know.
That's good timing. That is good time. I loved also when you started screaming, and I was like, "Oh,
I know.
this is a whole new thing. This is wonderful."
I started learning how to scream like a year ago, and like I go on and off of like practicing. I get, life gets in the way. But I was like, I definitely need to scream on this new song because it's a new thing. Am I great at it? Not at all. But I am learning, and each time I think I'm getting better, hopefully. So it's just kind of cool to explore a whole new side of my voice that I've never dove into, really. So
Did you want to sort of push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit with this one? Is this like the new era of Alyxx, shall we say?
kind of. You know what it is? It's funny. When I was even just like listening to the music and like trying to write the whole bridge, it ended up turning into a scream. And I was like, I don't know if it was like frustration from the lyrics I was writing or just me trying to figure out a way to get into the chorus to amplify it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like even there's like a key change or a modulation, whatever you want to call it, in the song, and it's funny because I have people who are like, there's no. Sometimes when there's like a key change, there's kind of like a build up into it, and I just go straight into it because I was like, I wrote it in a way that it's basically it hits you, it comes out of nowhere, you're not ready for it, and you're just like, oh, we're here now because that's what the song is about. It's like, oh, you're in this new place in your life, ta-da, deal. So it was kind of this like I write very strategically.
Really smart. I like that. I love those little hidden nuances. Like, if you know the meaning of the song, you get that. And if you don't know, you're just like, that's fucking cool. What's the feedback been like to the single?
They've really liked it. Yeah, people were very surprised that I was screaming in it, so that was cool. Um, but yeah, no, people are really enjoying it. And again, I think the lyrics definitely can relate to a lot of people, and they've told me that again, they hit home and they're like, "Oh, that one I felt that one." So that's always a good thing.
I love that. It goes back to what we were saying before. Like, if people can relate to your lyrics, it just means something that little bit extra.
Yeah.
But obviously, what's the future looking like? Because last April you released Ember Wake. Are there plans for a new EP or maybe a full length? Or can we not talk about this? Or...
Oh no. I have no plans for a full length, to be honest. So I feel like the way that the market is now, everybody is just like, I want this now, now, now. And because I am independent too, like everything is coming out of my paycheck. So I'm just like, I can't fund a full album, to be completely honest. But I probably just going to keep doing singles and then maybe an EP next year, another 5, 6 song EP. And I feel like that's kind of the way to go. And then it's something more doable for me, something I can be more consistent with.
Would you not want that sort of physical copy though of like this took me years to make and I finally got a full, even if it was just one? Is that on, would that be on the cards at any point?
Well, I have a physical copy of Ember Wake, the EP. So I do have that, which is kind of cool. I taught myself how to do graphic design for that, so that was fun.
Alyxx, is there anything you can't do?
No, right?
I can't draw. You know what it is? A lot of the stuff is learning out of necessity. Like, I run my website because I needed to learn how to run a website. So, it's just, again, self-sufficient. If I need to get it done, I'm going to learn it so then I can do it myself.
I have mad respect because I think you mentioned about half an hour ago that you said you're a makeup artist as well.
I am, yes.
Just what? Is that the day job thing, or is it just something you just learned?
Part of the day job, yeah. So I work at Sephora.
I don't know what that
Makeup
is.
company. Makeup company.
Sorry.
Makeup, skincare. You both looked at me like, ha.
Brits and male, we don't know.
They have Sephora there.
See, clearly we don't know.
But it's basically just like makeup, skincare, hair care, all that shit. And then I work at a salon and I freelance for makeup.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're getting more into the hair side things now, obviously, because everyone's looked at yours and gone, yes, please.
Well, I do the makeup there. I don't do the hair. But
okay.
they appreciate my hair, so that's nice.
She's solely there for inspiration when it comes to hair.
I am. Actually, what's funny is my friend that works there dyed her hair green. Her hair was black for the longest time, and I was like, girl, fuck yeah. Now we match.
Love that. If I had any hair, Alyxx, I don't know what I'd do with it. I used to have it pink and black back in the day.
Really?
Used to be one of them, one of the emo fringes sort of things, with a spiky back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Too long ago now, to be honest with you. Forgot what it's like to have hair now.
You do your beard.
So, yeah, it's like a Play-Doh machine, isn't it? It's like someone's pushed it down and it's come out the bottom instead. That's what it feels like, anyway.
I like the beard, so you're good.
Appreciate you, thank you.
Got you.
Completely threw me off and played the machine.
I know. I was like,
Oh.
Fucking love it. But obviously, but you were saying like, more singles instead of like albums and stuff like that. That does seem to be the way that people are going these days, because as we've said on the show before, it's very much a right, that was great, what's next sort of world we live in nowadays. So singles does just make more sense, to be honest.
yeah, and half the bands anyways, like they'll have a bunch of singles come out. It's usually like 3 singles and then the album, or 3 singles, then the EP. And the music business has just changed so much. I mean, people used to have albums and they'd go and tour the album, and then, I mean, a lot of the classic and like the older bands still do that, but a lot of the newer bands, like, they just keep putting out singles and singles, and that seems to be the way to go,
Yeah.
Unless they're signed with a label and they're like, all right, we need an album. But it's very rare that an independent artist is putting out an album.
Or it'd be a case of release a bunch of singles and they release an album or EP, and it's just those songs on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when Fallen in Reverse released their last album. I was like, "Oh, new Fallen in Reverse!" I was like, "Oh, I've heard every single song on this album already."
That is what I was thinking. But what's funny though? Well, not funny, but it's smart, I guess. When you're putting the album together, if the songs are already out, you can use the same like UPS or whatever, the ICRS, whatever. I can't remember the acronym, but you can use those numbers and basically, because all of those songs are like huge, your album's going to go to like number 1 automatically, just because of all of those numbers are accumulated into it. So it is a smart way to go,
He's a bit of a genius, this old Ronnie, isn't he?
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
What I'm also loving about getting into the latter part of the 2020s and that sort of thing is there's more female fronted bands now than there ever has been, and they're now starting to take over the festivals a little bit, because I don't think a female fronted band has ever headlined a festival, not in the UK anyway. I'm not sure about the States, but we're starting to see more of that equal sort of balance now, which is perfect. It's what we want. But we interviewed a band a couple of years back at a festival here in the UK who talked about Amy Lee, about how she only takes female-fronted bands as support artists with her as well.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Which is fucking sick. So just, maybe...
Go make friends with Amy Lee. Got it.
Yeah, go on.
That would be like an absolute dream come true. Like I don't get starstruck, but I would probably get starstruck. Just be like, I don't know what to say.
Well, you're going on tour with Living Dead Girl.
I am.
In June. Yeah, which is going to be phenomenal, but it's only in the US. And granted, I know you're an independent artist, and I know obviously it's hard to branch out and venture over to other countries right now. But hopefully one day, I would very much like to see you over here, please. Okay?
I would love to. I want to play a festival there. That'd be really cool.
100%. I remember us talking to Molly about wanting Living Dead Girl over here. So if you could both come over at the same time, two birds, one stone, we're
Can
done.
you imagine? Living Dead Girl Alyxx UK or Europe tour.
Oh,
Do both. Fuck it. Get the whole shebang. Don't waste time by coming to one. Do it all.
Do it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's on my goal.
But it's not only Living Dead Girl. Obviously, you've got a show with Stitched Apart coming up. You've got a headline show coming up as well, and Upheaval Festival. Like, how excited are you to go out there and get on the road again?
I'm excited. I'm excited for Stitched Apart. They're good friends of mine, so I'm very excited to share the stage with them. It's the first time, so that's cool. And the tour, obviously, of course. I'm excited to see Living Dead Girl. I've never seen them live. Obviously, I've talked with the band, and they seem really cool, and they're awesome. They remind me very much of like In This Moment, but obviously their own vibe. But I get those from them, and I'm excited for that. The headline one's gonna be cool. Ohio has become like a second home. I just end up there all the time. Like I played Incarceration there last year, and I got some pretty cool feedback from that. So, and then I played this Armored MMA festival.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh my God, we talked about that.
Cool. Yeah, that was awesome. And we played with like Sleep Theory, Drowning Pool, and Lamb of God.
Oh, unreal.
It was so cool.
Armored MMA though, thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh, so fucking cool. So I again. I trained in martial arts for 5.5 years.
Of course you did.
So, one of the styles that I trained in was called Kali, Bikini Tertia Kali, which is a Filipino style martial art where we trained with like sticks and knives and karambits. So a lot of their style of fighting resembled what I had done. So I was like, that is cool. I didn't know that was an option. I would have done that.
Yeah. Side note, never fuck with Alyxx. Just going to write that down. Won't be a minute, all right?
No.
Much rather be on your team.
Weapons. I trained in Muay Thai for like another 4 years, or a total of about 5.5 years.
Gee, again, you're collecting like fucking Girl Scout badges. This is absolutely insane.
Your CV must just keep going.
Yeah. It's like one of them scrolls, that just rolls across the floor.
I think I just lived a lot of lives. That's all in a very short period of time.
I wonder what you'll get up to next year.
You know what?
Pilot. Do you know what? I really want to fly a plane, so I thought, fuck it, I'll tour myself around the world.
You know what? That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Pilot's license? Fuck it.
Yeah. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know what you have to do. Do you need a degree?
I'm pretty sure it's going to take a long time.
Yeah, that probably would. Helicopter it then. Oh, no, maybe over the Atlantic Ocean's not a good idea.
Oh, no, I wouldn't make it very far.
No, you would definitely not make it very far. You can tell I'm not skilled in aviation.
Fly a boat. Jesus.
Fly a boat?
Fly a boat. Drive a boat. There we go. I don't think that's hard.
No, but that's some choppy ocean.
I didn't say it was going to be pleasant.
Yeah. I'm going to fucking make it.
Let's go. Me with all my gear, like.
Yeah. It turns out I'm an Olympic swimmer too.
Hey. I am a good swimmer, though. I can't lie.
Of course you fucking are.
Yep.
It's going to be hard to find things that you can't fucking do or not good at than it is with things that you can do.
I'm trying to think. There's certain things that, like, I know I'm not good at them, so I'm not going to try. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair
enough.
enough.
Like skateboarding. Tried to skateboard, and I was like, okay, like, I'm balanced. But I'm like, all right, I'm probably going to fall on my ass if I keep going, so I'm just going to stop.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you.
You did better than me. I couldn't even balance on a skateboard.
I blame the dancing for,
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah. I can't dance either, so yeah, that's fair.
So you're like, I just fell.
Yeah, pretty much. But we were talking about the live shows then. I read somewhere that you love performing live. That's where you feel like you belong on that stage. What is it about performing live that you love so much?
I think just the realness of it. I like being in the studio. Everything is very like specific. Like, there's a click track. Obviously I have a click track live as well, but everything is like has to be perfect. When I'm live, I change the notes very often depending on how I feel. and how I'm interacting with people. I'll like belt things that are higher, I'll add a scream here and there. It's like just kind of get a feel for the vibe and being able to connect with people and to just feel the energy of the room. It's like intoxicating, especially like getting on a festival stage and everyone there is just so fucking happy to be there and just like they want to be entertained. And it's just really, it's cool. I love that.
Do you change things up if it were a festival compared to a gig?
In terms of like melodically?
Well, just in general, is it like, do you change the set list, or do you know, say, well, I'm going to try do something different because I'm at a festival and there's more people here that probably don't know who I am than there is at a show that have gone specifically to see you?
Yeah. Well, the set actually now I feel like the set that I put out, I had originally created the set for incarceration, and I just feel like it's really high energy, so it just kind of sticking with that one for a little while. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like I'll add a scream, like I'll yell at the crowd depending how, get the vibe of it. So I mean, every show is going to be different, which is cool. And again, that's I think my theater side is where, even though with theater you're very like you have to say your lines at this point, hit this marker, otherwise you get yelled at. But still, like you can deliver a line a little bit differently each time. Like there's something more authentic about it versus even like filming a music video, where it's like that's it. What you did is going to be set like that for the rest of your life, which slightly stressful if you think about it, but on stage it's just there's this freedom to just be in the moment.
So with your music videos then, do you incorporate your theatre-esqueness into those, and do you want to make them spectacles, make stories out of them, or is it again let's just do performance based?
It depends. This last one, it's kind of cool. There's one part where it's like, I don't want to give it away, but it's very like a cyberpunk. So it's kind of like this cool, crazy, futuristic background. And then another shot where it's more like my internal thoughts. So.
Okay. Look forward to that.
Really strange, but I promise it looks good.
Are we making those faces again? Sorry.
Yeah, we were just like, huh.
I'm sort of picturing it, and I bet it looks nothing like my imagination. But the
I'll
artwork for
post a teaser tomorrow. So.
Oh, there you go. The artwork for the single is absolutely amazing as well. Like it has that very cyberpunky feel to that.
Yes. I'm trying to think. So okay, hold on. I don't want to get his name wrong. Sorry, I'm literally looking it up because I'm terrible and I can't remember. It's just his name, Rob Weldon Design. Okay. Rob Weldon Design did it, and I had an idea for it, and I used ChatGPT to come up with a concept, and then he took it and created the actual thing. So some people are like, is that AI? I'm like, no, it's not. Oh. But, there's everyone jumps down and runs through it. The Creature of the Night, that's AI. So is Alive. But Emberwake and the other ones are not. But anywho, he really like encapsulated like what I had envisioned. And I just thought it was so cool. And like the way like the colors popped and everything. It's really cool.
It's really, really cool. So
thanks.
Looking at the future, I want to do a bit of manifesting here. Where do you see yourself in the future? Do you have like a particular goal you want to achieve?
Well, I'd like to get over to the UK, so.
Yes. Fly yourself over here. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yes. By myself in case.
In a boat or a plane.
I'm going to fly myself in a boat right to you guys.
Always welcome.
Thanks. But yeah, honestly, that's totally honest though. I do want to get overseas because I've never performed there or never been there, to be honest. But I think performing would be really cool, really special. And then just playing more festivals and playing with cool bands and just, making this my full-time career, which is hard because I know there's like no money in music, but I'll take what I can get.
You're definitely on the way. You're definitely on the way, though. Obviously the Living Dead, they'll toys who did like the Incarnation last year and that sort of thing, and Armored MMA out of absolutely nowhere. But take it. Do you know what I mean? And I think give it another couple of years and you're going to be fucking flying. This is why I wanted to get you as soon as possible, because like there's no way in about another 2 years am I ever going to get in touch with you, because you're going to be too big. You'll have teams around you. They'll be like, no, she doesn't want to deal with British people. Please piss off if you don't mind.
I'm still going to be answering my emails. Don't worry. I do have a manager, and like if things get sent to him, he'll answer them. But like if you guys contact my email, that is always me.
There you
go. There's one thing I did want to bring up, actually. Glitch Bitch. What the fuck? What is that? What was that all about? Because I just saw this loads of different bands come together and you all had Glitch Bitch t-shirts on.
Okay. So Stitched Up Heart had a music video for a song called Glitch Bitch. And it's basically just about how, society has gone in a weird place and, social media and all of that shit. So if you listen to the lyrics, it's all about just like how chaotic everyone has become. And so it's called Glitch Bitch, and Mixie reached out and she was like, I want you to be in my video. I was like, all right. Like, I was scheduling it accordingly, and I was actually in San Jose the day before shooting a music video for something that I was doing. So I jumped on a plane, went an hour and a half, and I live in New York, so that was completely on the other side of the country. And yeah, so me and a bunch of fucking goth baddies were all there. I don't know how the fuck I ended up there. Yeah, every guy's dream. But it was really cool. I made a lot of cool friends, and I stayed connected with a bunch of them. I got to meet my friend Lyric Noel, who is amazing, and she has a new song that just came out called Shades of Black. Check it out. But yeah, she's really cool, and we got to meet in person for the first time, and I've known her for like 2 years, so it was just really surreal. But yeah, I didn't know the song was called Glitch Bitch, and they were walking around asking us, they're like, what is a glitch bitch? And I'm like, a glitch bitch? It's a bad bitch. I had no idea what it was. Now I do. I wasn't that far off, but
It was just fucking. I just saw the literally before we came on, and I saw the video for it. I was like, I remember you posting about this.
Yeah.
So I was just
so
intrigued.
Chaotic, but so much fun.
Absolutely incredible. So, Alyxx, a question I like to ask all musicians towards the end is, if anyone's listening to this and they've never heard your music before, but they're like, I like the cut of a jib, I'm going to go check out what she does. What's one or two songs from your back catalogue you feel really represent what you do that you'd recommend people checking out to get a feel of you?
I would say definitely The New Unknown and Creature of the Night.
Very good suggestions. And I'm going to throw in Alive because I love that song. So
thank you.
It's such a good song.
Creature of the Night, I literally wrote it basically just being like, anyone who's ever doubted me or whoever's listening to it, if you've ever been doubted before in your life, like, it's basically like a fuck you to them because, I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep doing me. I'm going to do what I want to do. And you're just going to sit there and you either accept it or you fucking cry in a corner. I don't care.
Oh, I love that so much.
Yeah. Literally. It's like, I'll be waiting as you're breaking. Like, you can go have a mental breakdown. It's fine. To be fair, this hasn't really happened to me, but I've had friends, and in life, there are people that are always trying to like watch you fall and fail. So
I don't understand the concept behind that. Like, why people? I don't. It's people, I suppose. I don't even know why I'm trying to question it.
It's just people.
Yeah. Yep. Just assholes.
Yeah, people suck.
Oh, massively, yeah. It's not anyone else is listening, by the way. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Please to Have You Here. But,
you're all lovely. Everyone else. Mr. Stevens, do you have any more questions for our wonderful guest, Rob?
I do. I absolutely do. When you first started this journey, obviously getting into dance at 2 years old and then going into theatre and that sort of thing, and now obviously fronting your own, having your own band and obviously being a solo artist, did you ever think this is where you'd be today?
No, not at all. I thought, no matter what, I was going to just keep releasing music and just, playing a couple shows here and there. Like, I never thought I'd be playing a show with fucking Lamb of God and like talking with Art and meeting Randy and just like casual. Like, I never thought that was an option in my life. And just, it's just so cool, like how things just happen. It just happened. I'm writing, I'm pushing forward, I'm doing all the things. Like, I have a plan, of course, but you never know if it's going to work. And it's just really cool and rewarding to see that, like, I've actually done cool things, and I hopefully am going to keep doing cool things. And yeah, I don't know. Life's getting really exciting. So
I've got everything crossed for you. It's wonderful to see. I've been following you for quite a while now. After literally doom scrolling through Instagram, and you just popped up I was like, this is fucking awesome. I love this. And obviously the green and the purple, I was like, love that as well. And I've been in, so I've been funny for a while. I've been wanting to get on the show for quite a while as well. But that's my own doing of being lazy. But I am really excited to see where you go next. I'm really looking forward to what obviously is to come for you. And I just wish you all the best for it, really. Like, it's just going to be quite an exciting ride.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Not at all.
And, to mirror what Tom said, the opportunities are endless. And what needs to be said as well is you put the fucking work in. This doesn't happen from pure luck. You bust your ass, you put yourself out there, release incredible music, and all the best to you. And I cannot wait to see where you go.
Thank you.
Hopefully to the UK. Pretty fucking soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Before we let you go, though, plug social medias, websites. Where can people find you out in the world?
Cool. So you can find me at official Alyxx, which is ALYXX.com. And all the links to my socials will be right there. But generally speaking, my socials are official Alyxx. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok is at official Alyxx. YouTube is at Alyxx. And then, do we use Twitter? I don't know. But it's at official Alyxx _, because somehow somebody else has official Alyxx, which makes no sense.
We have like 3 followers.
But it's just weird because I'm like, why did you just make a Twitter with that account? Because I made everything at the same time. So like I let like boom, boom, boom. If for some reason just one person has it on Twitter, whatever, or X, who cares? It's
Who cares?
the same
Yeah.
platform.
Yeah, no one uses it.
It's a grim platform now, to be honest with you. But
Yeah, I like forget about it.
yeah, that's fair. I can't say I blame you, to be honest.
But then there's some people that like swear by it. I'm like, why? No one's on there. But then there's some people that just like to troll, which I do enjoy those.
Okay. Yeah, it's not really my cup of tea or that sort of thing. It's a bit too red, a bit too Republican for my liking. So
It's a clusterfuck.
oh god, yeah, absolute garbage, dumpster fire, whatever they call it. Yeah.
Yep.
Alyxx, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for taking the time out and chatting to us today. It really means the world.
Of course. Thank you for having me. This is awesome. You guys are cool as fuck.
Right back at you. Seriously, thank you so much. It's been so much fun. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. We'll definitely do this again in the future.
Hell yeah.
1,000,000% when you've learned to fly boats, because I've been really intrigued to find out how that works.
I could be in the Guinness World Record book. That's going to be a new thing I'm going to add to my list.
But yeah, get it in the repertoire. I love it. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
You too.
No, at all. Then we'll be in touch soon.
All right. Sounds good.
Alyxx, take care. See you later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Truthful